Ringo Starr's journey to becoming one of the most iconic drummers in history wasn't just about the Beatles. It was a story shaped by five incredible bands that defined his rhythm, inspired his passion, and left a lasting mark on his heart. From the raw energy of Liverpool's club scene to the soulful sounds of his favorite artists, these bands weren't just influences, they were milestones in his life. Let's dive into the five bands that Ringo Starr holds closest to his heart and how they shaped the legendary drummer we know today. Number 1. Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, the beginning before the Beatles. There were Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. This was the band where Ringo Starr's drumming career truly began. Known for their wild stage antics and relentless energy, the Hurricanes lit up Liverpool's music scene. Rory Storm, the band's charismatic frontman with an Elvis-like swagger, wasn't just a performer. He was a mentor to Ringo. The Hurricanes weren't just about playing music. They were about commanding the stage and captivating an audience. Night after night, whether in the sweaty Cavern Club or Hamburg's gritty Kaiserkeller, Ringo sharpened his craft. The Hurricanes taught him the power of stage presence, the importance of rhythm, and the joy of connecting with a crowd. This wasn't just a band, it was a family where Ringo earned his stripes as a drummer. Number 2. The Beatles, the band that changed everything. In 1962, Ringo's life changed forever when he joined the Beatles. This wasn't just a career move, it was a cultural phenomenon. Ringo admired every aspect of the band. Paul McCartney's melodic brilliance, John Lennon's sharp wit, and George Harrison's soulful guitar created a synergy unlike anything the world had seen before. Together, they didn't just make music, they revolutionized it. For Ringo, being part of the Beatles wasn't just about the fame or the success. It was about the camaraderie and the creative brotherhood they shared. Decades later, Ringo's love for the Beatles remains unshaken, not just because of their impact on music, but because of the unbreakable bond they represented. Number 3. The band, harmonies that felt like home. By the late 60s, as Beatlemania reached its peak, Ringo found himself drawn to the earthy harmonies and heartfelt storytelling of the band. Their debut album, Music from Big Pink, was a revelation for Ringo. The band's music was simple yet profound, a blend of rustic charm and raw emotion. Their cohesion and democratic spirit reminded Ringo of what made bands so special in the first place. It was a reflection of his longing for simpler times, away from the chaos of fame. For Ringo, the band represented authenticity, a connection to music's roots that resonated deeply with him. Number 4. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. The rock revivalists. Fast forward to the 80s, and Ringo found a new source of inspiration in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Known for their timeless rock sound and heartfelt lyrics, the Heartbreakers kept the spirit of classic rock alive while giving it a modern twist. But the connection went deeper than music. Ringo's bond with Tom Petty grew through their shared history with George Harrison and the Traveling Wilburys. Ringo often praised Petty's ability to craft songs that felt timeless, capturing the essence of rock and roll with every lyric and melody. For Ringo, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers symbolized the torchbearers of rock, keeping its soul alive for future generations. Number 5. Ringo Starr and his all-star band, the Dream Ensemble. But Ringo didn't just admire great bands, he created one. In 1989, Ringo launched the All-Star Band, a rotating supergroup of legendary musicians. From Joe Walsh to Billy Preston, every lineup of the All-Star Band has brought together icons from across the music world. For Ringo, this band isn't about ego, it's about joy and collaboration. Each member has their moment to shine, and the collective energy creates magic on stage. The All-Star Band is more than a project for Ringo. It's a celebration of music and unity. It's his way of sharing the rhythm of life with fans all over the world. Ringo Starr's favorite bands aren't just a playlist. They're the soundtrack of his life. From the sweaty clubs of Liverpool to the bright lights of the world stage, these bands shaped his rhythm, his passion, and his enduring love for music. Through them, we see the heart of a Beatle who never stopped loving the beat of life. Ringo's story reminds us that behind every legend is a lifetime of inspiration and collaboration. And for Ringo Starr, the rhythm never stops.